Hi, my name is Scott Ellis, and I'm joined by Boston University men's soccer head coach Kevin Nyland. Coach, you're getting ready for the season opener at Colgate. How's the week of training been going?
Yeah, it's been good. I think the guys are really excited for what's going to be our first game in 2021, and our first game since March 7th, 2020. So, yeah, it's been a fun week. Obviously, some work involved in terms of planning and preparation for a really good program inside at Colgate. But yeah, the guys are really keyed in, focused, and it's been a good couple days leading into now.
Right, and you just mentioned that you were able to get some games in last spring before everything was halted, and this is technically still your first season with the program. How has that transition been for you in terms of implementing your plans with the team and getting that culture that you want?
Yeah, it's been this entire time, as long as it's been, and for some, it's been a difficult time for us on the field and with the guys and everybody within the program. It's been really good for us. It's been advantageous in the sense that we've had extra time to be around everybody, and from a training perspective, from just a personal relationship standpoint. So for us, it's allowed us to really kind of methodically go step by step in implementing kind of what we want to do and how we are going to try to continue to push the program and play, right? And our identity and beliefs are really important and valued within that. So, it's given us a lot of time to implement who we are and our system, and how we're going to go about things on the field.
In terms of the system, what should fans and alums expect to see from the team this year?
Yeah, I think you're always going to have some consistencies, or you want to have consistencies, and our guys are going to compete every single time they step on the field. And do you know how many goals you're going to score, how many games you're going to win? No, but you're always going to try to do things the correct way. And so that starts at training, and the guys have been really good in that sense. But we're gonna try to dominate games as much as we can, right? And that's with the ball, that's without the ball, in terms of how we can defend and hunt and press and create chances, right? So there's a lot of things that you can talk about that go into that final product. But at the end of the day, we have a job to represent BU, right? And BU men's soccer, and that takes place every day at training, and we hope to be able to execute as much as we can come game day.
Right. And you mentioned that you were able to take advantage of having all this extra time with the guys for yourself and the coaching staff. But at the same time, for the players, a lot of upperclassmen, but also a lot of newcomers. Just from the roster perspective, how do you think they've been gelling together?
Yeah, I think really good. The alternative is we don't gel, right? So I think the upperclassmen throughout this time, and you kind of look at guys who have been here for years versus the newcomers, underclassmen, and to kind of bring them along and to help them. But I also think that the underclassmen help the upperclassmen as well. So I think the entire group, and I've said this before, has maintained a really good discipline throughout this time. And we all share the same passion of soccer, and now can we all share and we all share the same goal of representing and doing the things correctly on the field. And so I think it's been a really good collective group, and we're really excited about everybody that's kind of put themselves in a position to go and perform.
Right. And in terms of performance, has anyone really stood out to you these past few weeks in terms of training and practice?
Yeah, I mean, you have upperclassmen and Mike Stone and Peter Carbo and Zion and George, and then you have some transfers in Gianluca Arlotti and Ronaldo and Colin, but Colin can't play, unfortunately, and Kenny. And then you have some, guys who have stepped foot on a college campus in their freshman year, and Etan and Zhao and Aiden Holmes, just to name a couple. So, I think a lot of guys have done well, and for us, it's, you're given that opportunity every day of training. And so some days guys are better than others on, days, and the flip happens on other days. And so can you see as much consistencies for us? So I think we've seen a lot of good things out of every single guy on this roster at different times throughout this semester, and then previously in the fall. The difficulty is we haven't played a game, so we haven't seen performances against somebody else, and that's ultimately how we're going to be viewed, is on game days. But the guys have put themselves in a position to go out, and on game days, it's all about them, right? The players go out and play and perform and compete and stick together and enjoy, man, that feeling, right? That the pure happiness of playing. So we got a lot of guys who fall in that category.
Right. And as a coach, this being the first season, having a new roster, a lot of newcomers and upperclassmen, how much time do you spend looking at the opponent's tape?
Limited, right? We as a staff have been doing this for a long time together. Of course, you want to know your opponent, but at the end of the day, it's about what you do, right? And how you prepare and everything that we can control. So we don't know what they're going to roll out. We don't know who's injured, who's not injured, who's playing, right? They've had a game, so we were able to watch that. How much stake do you take in that one game? I don't know. You can take a couple things away, but we really focus on what we're doing, and how we're gonna really attack the game, and what our game plan's gonna be, and how we're gonna have to defend Colgate and vice versa, right? But tape in our sport, it's always good to watch. How much is then being transferred to the players? Little, right?
So finally, do you have any specific benchmarks you've set for this weekend, or just seeing how things go? What are your expectations beyond winning the game?
Yeah, I think we can't forget what it feels like to go out and play, right? And so you want the guys to go embrace that. We don't know what's going to happen this weekend. We have a plan in place, and you hope to execute as much as that, in as much of that plan. But at the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna take place. But we've talked about, as a group, our goals is take it a game at a time, enjoy the moment, go out and compete, try to be an aggressor and play on the front foot, and kind of leave it at that. It's been, not to be cliche in this, but just take the moment for what it is. Yeah, and these guys haven't experienced a game like this in a long time, and so I think that's the biggest thing for this weekend. You can only imagine there's going to be some nerves in the lead up, and guys, on edge. And that's we always say, that's good. That means it matters, right? When you have a feeling in your gut, that means you're playing for something. That means that there's something that is on the line, and there's an opposition, and one team wants to beat the other team, right? And that goes both ways. So for us, and we've said this, it's for the guys to go enjoy the moment, right? There's no greater feeling for us as soccer, to get on the field and to go and enjoy the day. So for us, it's everything that encompasses just playing, the trip, right? The bus ride, getting back to the normal of playing a soccer game. So that's a big step for us this weekend. And you hope with all of that, yeah, you perform and you get a result. But it's going to be hard, right? Every game's difficult. It's not easy to win games. And Colgate's well coached and has done really well in the league, and historically is a really strong program. So we have a really tough matchup on Saturday, but our guys will be ready.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Scotty.